Decision Plus has been and still is a leading stock market service provider. From training to coaching, we cover it all. Try both our software as well as our coaching site, completely free for 10 days without obligation. No credit card is needed to sign up for the trial. The trial subscription will be automatically canceled for you at the end. DecisionPlus.com, your stock market service center. Real-time coaching has been created. We search and classify critical reports and technical movements. You can visualize or hear the best buying and selling opportunity. Get real-time advice all day long and 3 live coaching shows per day. Let us do the work and save your time for trading. Try marketgurus.tv free without obligation for 10 days in the menus above. Market Vision Plus is the trading companion of so many investors. Make your fundamental and technical analysis easy with Canada's #1 stock market decision-making software. Research, decide, and follow your positions with Market Vision Plus. See the menus just above this program and try Market Vision Plus for 10 days without any obligation after the show. When it comes to day trading, Trader Plus is the right tool. Track 50 quotes simultaneously. Create dozens of quick lists. Display as many as 30 real-time intraday charts at the same time. Watch the action with candlesticks or bar charts as fast as 10 seconds. See the market by sectors. Use the chart models already prepared for you. Try Trader Plus for 10 days in the menu above without any obligation.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Swing Trading Show. Wednesday, September 6th, 2017. So far, there's not much going on today. At 10 o'clock, the Canadian market went down when they rose the prime rate by 0.25. And that's mostly what happened. The community is still a little bit worried because they said that the tensions are still there between United States their allied, and also North Korea. And they have landed a H bomb last weekend. Not on anybody, but the people are still worried. On the last show, out of hundreds and hundreds of persons, I had people voting and saying from 1 to 5, what do you think are the chances that we may have a real conflict? And most of the people voted 2, 3, and 4. Not many people were extreme in voting 5, and not many in saying, no, it's going to stay as it is. So most of the population thinks this thing is going to blow up one day somewhere. And it is possible too. So, but so that's the reason why the market remains quite nervous. Look, this is the Nasdaq market doing straight nothing today. Okay, look, went up, went down, it's 0 now. Remember yesterday we had initiated a new correction, returning from the top ever. And look, the Dow is still up a little bit, and the SPY too, but there isn't much there. We can't see any direction at all. Okay, so look, the TSX was going up this morning, and now it's going down. Okay, so it did not last. It went down. It went down quite a bit, and it's still aiming towards the lower position. And so you see what happened here. So there's no place, no return. And when you look at most of the sector here, it's down everywhere on the TSX. There's not even a sector that goes up. A little bit in consumer staples that have reached their support. They have plunged quite a bit over the last few days. So and besides that, the only thing we have is the energy sector. And the energy sector is hard to analyze right now. It's hard to know what we should do because in the sector there, USO still going up today, and the gas is bouncing up also, but the stock has not reacted that much, So look, where we are now, right in the middle. If you haven't taken any position yet on that sector, there is not much remaining for profit here. So actually, if you haven't bought anything yet, I'd suggest that you don't do anything until, look, the sector is going down since quite a while. And we better make sure we are entering the right signal, okay? And the only real thing where the market is going to be very interesting in the crude oil is whenever we have reached this last summit here, and then it goes sideways, and finally start and begins a new bullish cycle outside of the downtrend and the first day of the trend. So I think we got to be patient until we get this, okay? Because anything before it's quite risky because the situation is really not clear. Of course, if some conflict would amplify, it could really help because in any war situation there's a large very big need for crude oil. You understand that. So look now, the gold. The gold stock, again, the gold is way higher than the gold stock. The price of gold here is there, and the gold stocks are there. But look, today, it didn't go down that much, but the gold stock went down. Oh, okay. New gold still had progress today, so some people had a chance to securize the position, and a couple of stocks are still going up. But in most cases, that's exactly what the stocks are doing. They are, Kirschland was in the group too, but in most of the stocks are going sideways, and only maybe 3 or 4 stocks had followed the movement of the gold and not the other. So until we can see a new breakout there, I think we have to avoid the sector totally. I have a question here. Hello, I bought 100,000 CUV. Oops. CUV. Oh, Cuba Venture, yeah, I was looking at it. The stock rose on a very heavy volume, the first time here, but it's too far now, so I can see they're too far behind. So this seems to be very good. But since then, there are volumes sometimes without the stock doing much. I'd be surprised to know how many outstanding shares do we have on that thing, because some of those stock are coming from reverse splits and things like that, and sometimes they get those company with a couple of 100 million shares in those things. Because what is the problem here is why the stock don't move more money on millions of trading like that, So that's my question. Now we're going to the break. Okay, go.
Find answers to your questions by emailing your host at btm@decisionplus.com.
5 good reasons to manage your investments with National Bank Direct Brokerage. Commission fees fixed at $9.95 anytime for all clients and starting at only $6.95 for active investors. No administrative fees if you hold at least $20,000 in your accounts. Registered accounts available in U.S. currency. Powerful tools to help you manage your portfolio. Award-winning customer service and satisfaction levels amongst the highest in the industry. To learn more, visit nbdb.ca or call us now.
Real-time coaching has been created. We search and classify critical reports and technical movements. You can visualize or hear the best buying and selling opportunities. Get real-time advice all day long and 3 live coaching shows per day. Let us do the work and save your time for trading. Try marketgurus.tv free without obligation for 10 days in the menus above.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You see, this stock over the last few years hasn't done much. Look, there were no volume. Let me make a zoom just in between this here. Okay, you see, these are on a weekly stock, weekly chart. So the best volume the stock has was like 2 or 3 times 300,000, but in most cases, then there wasn't even 100,000 for a week. So imagine that's not many signal. It is not heavy volume every day. So I like what you've done here, Mario. You bought 100,000 CUV, okay, and you paid 4.5. So 4.5 is right here. Oops, with an arrow here. 4.5 is right there. So you bought it the very first day, and you sold at 7.5. Great, because I'm always afraid when people buy these kind of stock, they wait to make 50 cents out of 5 cents. So like asking for 300-400%. So I'm very, very glad, because from 4.5 to 7.5, it's almost double, and it's a very good thing you've done that, because. And sold half at 7.5. So okay, half. So 2-3 days later, I know you must have told yourself, well, I should have waited a little bit. I know you think at it right now. Yeah, I should have waited a little bit until today, because now you could not even have the price that you got. The 50,000 you sold, could not sell it right now, because there isn't many. You would have to sell to. You would have to sell to. Wrong button. You would have to sell to those that wants to sell right now. So there are 74 buyers there at 7.5. So it's not sure that it would be you. So probably that you'd had no chance to sell at that price. So that's a very good thing, because look at it right now. Unless it goes back to the price you paid, you can keep it because you're in the money. So the worst case scenario right now is you put a stop at the price you paid. But, it's still 7 to 7.5, So, you still can sell some more. But I'm glad you took a partial profit there. Now you risk nothing. And if this thing takes off, because something really comes up, because the stock is very, very active right now, it's going to be really, really great for you, because then you're waiting to see the new supports. Right now, the supports are here. 5 cents, 5 cents, 6 cents, and the next is, we don't know yet where. It could be around here, okay? So no matter. So it's still an uptrend. So if I were you, I was going to stick on it a little bit more. Anamix, because you are really well protected so far. Dennis said bought 5,000, Anamix 115, sold 2,000, 5,000 at 230. $115, $230. I don't understand. Maybe 130. Maybe 130, Denis? Because the stock never got to 230. So I think you just made a mistake. It was probably 115 to 130 somewhere. 115 is here, so probably you bought here, and yes, it's actually that's what I thought, Denny. Thank you, and you probably sold there. okay? And now you're waiting to see what to do. In the meantime here, there's nothing you can do. It is predictable that the stock would have turned down here because the buyers stopped buying here, they stopped buying there, so they stopped buying there too. So the best scenario would be that it would no longer go down, stay here, okay, and which is Nemaska lithium, and then break down here at 134, 135. It would be actually a very great buy for everyone, okay? So next best buy signal on that stock is 134. You are already in. You may have made 15 cents. Donc the cost of your stock is $1 right now, approximately here. So you have until then. So if you wait and sell after the real support, which is here, like 114, okay, you still got a little bit of money. So, but you know, since he's there and the volume is not increasing too much, I would take a little bit. I would take the risk to see the stock breaking out. But you could also flush the position right there, keep the little bit of money that you made on it, and wait to see if the stock don't come back down here or here, so you make less, and wait and say, okay, but if it bounces back a little bit, go sideways, and then gives us the best signal, then the next time buy 10,000 of them. Is it too late to buy NDG and NGD? You go, of course, you know, the breakout was yesterday, and now everything is going down. The gold has made a new low for the second time today again. So if you see, the stock went up today, and it's now coming down. So today's cycle is over, up and down. So there's no uptrend here. This is an uptrend. And now it's a sideways trend. So where a sideways trend starts, it's when the cycle has been totally reversed. So let's see it on a shorter thing so we can show you, you know. So we were on a sideways movement here. So there was a new cycle, and in intraday this morning here, and it came back there. So that means this is no longer, because you cannot continue this. The stock is going this way. So now we have a sideways trend. So that's the reason why I think it's now over, and I think that the gold stock at the moment are risky for the reason that most of the stock now are testing their support. So it will be a little bit too risky. And is it the time for IMO? I would really doubt it. Because it's exactly the pattern I explained to you at the beginning of the show here, that so many stocks are at their resistance right now. So we may as well wait until we see like 25, 30, 40, and 50% of the sector breaking through their support. Means, okay, we have a very large wave of buyer here. The community is back into the oil. So the best signal here would be 38.19, 38.30, and before that, I would not buy it because you have as much chance to come back here, you know, and then be stuck for months and months into that stock. So it's worth the time to wait a little bit and profit of the best signal you could get. That's all for today, folks. Thank you very much for attending. We'll catch you next time.